All right.
You may be seated.
Your Honor, in the matter of Mrs. Cecilia Mwanzo, yes, and Mr. Dixon Mwanzo, Mrs. Cecilia files for a divorce and wants a 50-50 split of their joint-owned properties.
Hello, Mwanzos, please step forward. 15 years of marriage, and you want to let all that go away?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. Why would you throw away 15 years of your life together? Why after 15 years?
Why after 15 years, Your Honor?
Please, Cecilia.
Well, let's say this man standing next to you has not been treating me well. As I'm telling you, Your Honor, I'm ready to let all go. I had been waiting for 15 years because I wanted my kids to grow, Your Honor, so that when I get out of his house, I have no any other reason to come back to his house, not even for the children's sake.
And you have kids together?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many kids do you
Three
have?
children, Your Honor.
3 children. How old are they?
My firstborn son, Felix, who is now 15 years. Then I have a child by the name Sharon, who is now 12 years, and our baby boy, who is just 4 years old.
Okay. And what exactly makes you file for divorce after 15 years together?
Your Honor, I wish you were in my shoe. This man here just brought in a 20-year-old girl, old enough to be his daughter. I too was perplexed, Your Honor. So, after this girl got in our house, everything has never been the same. She tries to pick fights with both me and my children, Your Honor.
She does. Are you living in the same house, same
Yes,
compound?
Your Honor. He
or
was
the same compound with this?
in the same house.
Mr. Mwanzo.
Yes, Your Honor.
You brought another woman in your wife's house.
No, Your Honor. She said that she's not comfortable.
Say the truth.
She said that she's not comfortable of having a young girl
Did
who's
you
almost...
ask me?
Your Honor, can I talk, please?
Cecilia, please, give him time to explain himself. Yes, Mr. Mwanzo.
She said that she cannot have a young girl, almost the age of her daughter, to be a second wife. And she did everything possible, Your Honor, everything possible, just to provoke her so that she can leave. It's a vice versa of what she's saying here, Your Honor.
But Mr. Mwanzo, if I were to ask you, you put yourself in her shoes. If she were to bring a 20-year-old boy, because that's not a man yet, to be your co-husband, would you take that well?
Answer the question right now.
Okay. Your Honor, love is not a respect of age. If she's comfortable
I'm learning from you.
Okay, if she's comfortable having a 20-year-old man or boy to be the husband, it's fine with me. As long as they don't live together with me. They go and rent somewhere else, far away from me, Your Honor.
Exactly. And to your wisdom, it is okay for you to bring another woman to live in her house.
Without my consent, without...
Cecilia, can I have a moment, please?
Order,
please. So, Mr. Mwanzo, it's okay for you to bring another woman, but for her, she can have another man, but as long as it's not in your house, in the same house.
Sorry, Your Honor. It is my house. My house.
But we built it together.
My house.
I tried to build
my house.
Mr. Mwanzo, just a quick one.
Yes,
how old are you?
I'm 40 years, Your Honor.
You're 40 years of age?
Yeah.
And how old is your wife?
33.
You see,
33?
he knows nothing.
No.
He knows nothing, Your Honor. All he knows is just going out with other women, impregnating them. Yes, Your Honor.
Cecilia, how old are you?
I am 35 years old.
35 years of age, and you've been married for 15. That's good.
Your Honor, but I was close.
Mr. Mwanzo, what a pity. You don't know your wife's age? I bet you don't even know her birthday.
No,
Forget
Your
about
Honor,
it.
I
Forget
can't
about it.
remember.
I just doubt it. It's ugly. After living with somebody for 15 years, and you can't tell their age. It's a pity and it's ugly. But anyway, oh, right. Yes, Cecilia, tell me, why do you file for this divorce? And you want a split as well of your property that you share?
Yes, I want a split of 50-50, Your Honor.
So he brings in a woman in the house and says he's married, he brings her in, he takes her in as a wife.
Okay, let me tell this honorable court what this man here, even I don't know if he's a man anyway, he has been walking from place to place, country to country, going out with other women. Your Honor, as we speak right now, he has 9 children out of the 3 that we have.
Your Honor, they are not 9. They are 5, Your Honor.
They are 9 children.
Mr.
They're the
Mwanzo,
ones that I know, Your Honor.
Mr. Mwanzo, you say 5 like it's a better off. It's better.
Your Honor.
Excuse me, can I just understand this man you call your husband here? 5 doesn't make anything better.
Your Honor, I'm not trying to say that they're better off, yeah? You know? What I'm trying to clarify here is that I have only 5 children. Only 5 children, Your Honor.
Of you know of?
The ones that I know, Your Honor.
Away from the 3 you have with Miss...
I have only 5 children, Your Honor. Why don't you tell the court about the other 4 children?
Your Honor, the 5 he's talking about are the ones that we as a family know, but the rest are 9 children.
But they're the ones that I know.
Do you even have a heart?
Your Honor, I do love my family, I cherish them, and I take care of them too, Your Honor. I do.
Your Honor, just a simple question. My so-called dear, if your son comes here right now or you meet him in the streets, will he recognize you?
Your Honor.
Will he recognize you?
She is
Good
exaggerating.
question. Answer the question. Very good question.
Your Honor.
Why would she ask such a thing?
Your Honor.
Such a question.
She is exaggerating. My
Will
son
he
Martin,
recognize you?
I mean,
Even he doesn't know the name.
Your son Martin.
my son Felix, Your Honor. You see, Your Honor, I can't remember his name because he's not even my son, Your Honor.
What do you mean he's not your son?
I have valid reason to believe that she has been cheating on me, Your Honor. And that Felix thing is not my son, Your Honor.
Cecilia,
Yes, Your Honor.
could there be any reason why your husband would doubt the paternity of your son?
Your Honor, that boy was born 8 months after my trip from Mombasa.
Your Honor, when they talked
Can I
about
explain, Your
premature
Honor?
birth,
Let him explain. Let him explain.
No,
You're coming- I'm
listen
not-
to me.
Cecilia, I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a 10
8 months after my trip from Mombasa. And according to my biology class, it takes 9 months for a child to be born, right? Exactly. That kid is not mine, Your Honor.
Cecilia,
And that's the reason why immediately after my trip from Mombasa, she couldn't wait to give me, her goodies. Exactly. 8 months.
Your Honor, he's just saying this because when he came back, I couldn't give me a taste of mine. Why?
Cecilia, let's keep to the question. Are you sure he is the father of your
Yes,
son?
Your Honor, I am sure. Let me tell you one thing that he does not know. When they talked about premature birth, you went and visited the washrooms, as usual. Your
So you
Honor.
had a premature
Yes.
delivery. Okay. And the doctor said that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your husband know about your premature?
Of course, he has to visit the washrooms and plant more seeds.
And you're sure Felix is his son, who we can't recognize?
100% sure.
Mr. Mwanzo, you got 3 children there who you don't even know how they're doing.
He knows nothing, Your Honor. Nothing.
So, Mr. Mwanzo,
Yes,
you
Your
doubt your son and you've asked for a paternity test,
Yes, Your Honor.
which I believe was done by a government doctor.
Yes, Your Honor. They told me the same thing, but I don't trust them, Your Honor. I don't trust them.
Why don't you trust them?
Your Honor, one of the nurses in the hospital is a friend, and probably they had organized this entire saga so that at least they can, you know, I cannot question the
Was I there when you went?
Mr. Mwanzo.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just to get you in order, they might have done it now, but this is the government officer who did it, a government doctor, qualified, who did the DNA tests. And this court doesn't have knowledge of knowing each other. We do things as supposed. This is a court of law, right? Mr. Mwanzo.
Yes, Your Honor.
You seem so confident that your wife is cheating on you.
Yes, Your Honor. I have my sister here. She lives a couple of blocks away from our home. And she's the one who watches over my family when I'm not around. She used to tell me about my wife cheating. And I used to ignore her. How I wish I did not question her in the first place, Your Honor.
So, are we with her here? Is she with us here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to call her as a witness?
Sure.
Please.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Nancy.
Pardon?
My name is Nancy.
Nancy. So you'll have to swear. A Christian or a Muslim?
A Christian.
Christian. Just put your hand here. I, Nancy,
I, Nancy,
do swear before this honorable court
do swear before this honorable court
that whatever I'm going to testify
that whatever I'm going to testify
is the plain truth
is the plain truth
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay.
Miss Nancy,
Yes, Your Honor.
you say you're standing as a witness for, you say it's your brother.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you're Nancy Mwanzo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nancy Mwanzo. And you've been checking on Mr. Mwanzo's family. That's your brother's family when he's away?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been checking for his family
Okay.
when he was away on a business trip. all
When
the
you
time.
say checking, okay, I'll come to that. But in the meantime, is it true Cecilia has been seeing some other men? away
Yes,
from-
Your Honor. I can testify that.
Please
sure.
do explain to the court.
Your Honor, first, let her tell us the truth. When last did you come to our home?
I
To our
came
own
last week.
home.
Your Honor,
Everything
I
she
can
does is
testify
just
that.
Gossip.
She is
Gossiping
not
with
a
my
good lady
friends.
that she pretends to be. She is not. Sorry, Your Honor.
She is not. She's not as good as she tries to portray.
Yes.
Yes,
Your
but
Honor.
explain. Or why would you stand here to
Tell us the truth.
confirm or to affirm your sister-in-law has been cheating on your husband?
Your
Remember,
Honor,
this is a
I
family
ca-
at stake.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Speak.
The other day, I was walking by the market. I saw her with a boda guy. Yes, Your Honor. I
Are
can
you
say
sure?
that. Yes, Your Honor. I saw you.
Your work is just to gossip with my friends.
Excuse me, Miss Nancy, if I have to ask.
I'm
Cecilia,
sorry.
can I handle this, please? Order,
Okay,
silence,
Your Honor.
please. So, Nancy, I want to understand. Your brother requested you to keep
Yes,
an
Your
eye
Honor.
on his family.
All the time, Your Honor.
I like that, but were you?
Yes.
Did he assign you as a caring family member or as a spy? Have you been spying on your sister-in-law?
No, Your Honor.
She's been
I ca-
spying even my
No, you can't
So,
talk like
the
that.
border
He's
guy-
my
order.
brother.
I'm speaking.
Sorry,
Hey,
Your
hey,
Honor.
order.
Sorry, Your Honor.
The border guy, you saw them together.
Yes,
Did
Your
you
Honor.
follow them to wherever they were?
I
going to?
did. Until
What?
some time where they disappeared. I don't know where they
On
went.
the border.
Yes, with
Any
exactly.
Order,
Exactly. What are you talking
hey,
about?
hey.
I understand.
They disappeared.
What I
You
saw.
are not destination.
But there is no proof.
Order,
Good. Yes.
order.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Nancy,
Yes, Your Honor.
you're making it all exciting. So
I'm
she
sorry.
she was out there with the border guy,
Yes, Your
and you
Honor.
saw them.
Yes, I
And you
did.
followed them.
I did.
Do you ride a border yourself?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
And how did you get to follow somebody with a border?
I saw them from a distance. They were just
you
walking.
followed them with the
No, the border guy was riding it by his hands. He was not riding it on top of it. I can't explain that, Your Honor.
Very unusual. I hear that.
I
Usual
know.
as
Okay, apart from the gossip,
Sorry, Your Honor.
so, can you respond to that? What do you think?
Your Honor, this lady
Yes.
here is just a spy. And as usual, she doesn't want me.
No, I'm not.
Do you have any problem between the two of you? Did you have any problem? As
Yes,
sisters
we
in
had a problem. She never loved me from the day go.
Come on.
I can't explain that, Your Honor, but she doesn't. She's not a family woman. I can testify that.
Just because you saw her once with the border?
No, many times.
Who else have you seen her with?
Actually, she's been coming late home every Sunday, every evangelist.
You see, she's just
Sunday.
a spy.
I am not. We go to the same church, don't we?
Okay.
Answer that, don't we?
Of course we do.
Exactly. And all the time, there was a time I went by to my brother's house when he was away. I went with that boda guy. Not exactly the same person, you know. There are a lot of boda guys. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Okay, I went with another boda guy. And then he was asking, hapa ni kwa Mama Sharon, kwani akona mzee?
Oh, that means people
Mzee
don't know
my
that
foot.
she's married. Well,
He didn't know that.
It is not a must that people have to know you're married. Anyway, what else? Any other time? Have you ever found out with a man seated or anything?
No,
Your
apart
Honor,
from
let me defend
taking long
myself on
walks.
that.
Yes.
About the mzee, the so-called mzee only comes home when he's done doing what he does best. And you know what he does best, Your Honor? Making other ladies pregnant. Is that not what you do? And then, not only that.
Order.
Let's have Nancy explain more to these. Let's have Nancy. Nancy,
Yes, Your Honor.
well, apart from the few times you go to the same church,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you suspect.
Yes, I did.
You've been a
Several.
good spy watching on her?
Okay, I'm
see-
checking. I'm sorry,
She
Your
lacks
Honor.
work
Yeah.
to do.
No,
Get your
I
own
don't.
husband.
And,
Actually,
you make sure you track
I
her well.
check on my brother's welfare and the kids and the wife.
Have you ever visited them for
Yes.
for a positive reason?
Yes, I did. She always ignores me all the time when I go by.
A snob, to be
Exactly.
precise.
We snob such
Here.
people in our lives.
Come on.
Get your husband and set.
I know my brother. I know my brother, Your Honor.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Order.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Sorry.
In your affidavit, you had presented, you had filed an affidavit saying that in your spine, the two of you, you came up with you caught her in a entangled Facebook conversation with some guy.
Exactly, Your
I would
Honor.
like you to explain that.
Exactly, Your Honor. Sister, can you explain what I explained? Now, look here, Your Honor.
Do-
In one of the,
Please do.
exactly, here it is, Your Honor.
We have the same
May I?
context, so please.
Excuse me. You've given the whole package, but I just want that one page. I believe you have many other documents, yeah?
I'm sure that's fake.
Order Cecilia, let's see.
He has nothing
Really?
to show.
Order
Really?
Cecilia.
All the time she's recurring.
Order.
Sorry, Your Honor.
But that's fake.
Hey.
Cecilia, you, in the conversation, it says that you went out with one Mr. John Bugwa. And the two had a good time on your date. And from what appears here, Cecilia,
Answer that.
answer that, please.
Your Honor.
Please.
You see why I'm convinced,
see,
Your Honor,
see.
that you have been cheating on me?
Wait, Your Honor.
Order,
smiling.
All the
Let her
time,
explain
all the
herself.
time.
Let her explain herself.
Okay.
You'll have all the time to complain,
I'm
but for
sorry.
now, let her explain yourself.
Your Honor.
Yes.
No, there is. How did you get?
Okay, so you agree
She
to that.
can't explain that.
You went,
No,
order,
Your Honor, it
please.
was just
Sorry, Your Honor.
once with this
Hey.
border guy from church.
Aha! There she goes, Your Honor. You had it.
Exactly.
Order. Mr. Mwanzo, you're here shouting. When is the last time you took your wife here out? When did you last take her out?
Your Honor, she doesn't like hanging out with me.
Are you sure?
I bet she's even afraid of people realize that she's married, Your Honor.
I'm not afraid of that. I'm afraid of people telling me your husband plants seeds everywhere he goes.
That is an
Can't you cover up
understatement.
for your husband
Why?
instead of
Why?
exposing him?
So, Miss Nancy here.
Yes, sir.
You said you go to the same church with your sister-in-law,
Yes.
and you spotted or you suspect her on having relations with a boda guy.
Yes, sir.
Is it a specific guy that you picked out, or you just see her with the, anytime she rides home, you think she's riding anything else?
Actually, she always takes the boda home. And after...
Don't you think maybe there's an understanding?
No, but...
How
okay.
sure? Did you follow us?
Let me
you
explain
paid
that.
for me.
I'm sorry,
Order.
can I
Order
explain
Cecilia,
that?
Order Cecilia, yes.
Every time. There was this one time, yes, I went by the house. She didn't know I was coming. Then she was there riding that boda, the same guy I saw her with the last time I spied on her purposely. Yes? She was
I like
with
that you
him.
admit you're a spy.
I am not. Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm not. I'm just checking up on
She
my
lacks
brother.
work
She was just
to do.
checking on
Yes.
my family, Your Honor. Not
I have
spying
to
on my
protect
family.
my brother, Your Honor. You have
And
to understand
this
that.
one time you went by and you found her, where did you find her with the boda guy?
They were both outside the gate, talking and laughing endlessly, you know, cuddling.
Can't I have my freedom to
Yes.
Does the
Cuddling.
boda
They
guy
did.
go to the same church? Or does he live in the
No.
same community?
The same center we live in.
Oh, okay, so they might have been
Yes.
discussing what their MCA is doing.
Cuddling, Your Honor, cuddling
How
with
is
the MCA.
MCAs coming
thing.
up?
Okay, even
What? What do you
someone,
think?
you have to know your neighbors, to know your area.
You can't
I'm
know
not
the
unlike
same
all of
guy
you.
every
Hey,
you're
hey, hey,
flirting
hey,
with
hey, order. It might be Chama.
Miss
Order.
Cecilia, Cecilia, I was waiting for you to cut that down. I want to ask you about one Mr. Umondi. Does it sound any familiar to you?
Okay, Your Honor, get this clear from me. Mr. Omondi comes from Siaya. I am here in Nairobi.
Hey,
And
you hear that, brother?
And
order,
just
please.
the same
Sorry,
way
Your Honor.
he was going out, talking to other women, getting them pregnant, I was spending my precious time with him, talking and making him feel like a woman.
So,
Okay.
the order, please.
I have
So
to.
you and
Okay.
Mr. Umondi was just fluttering on
It was a normal flatter, nothing past that.
no intentions.
Just showing me what I miss being
there
a woman.
There was no intention.
Your Honor.
Can I
But
please,
Mr.
Your
Cecilia,
Honor?
please confirm with me, Felix is Mr. Mwanzo's son.
Yes, 100% sure, Your Honor.
Miss Nancy, in your affidavit you said something about the preachers. What was that about? Well, I'll ask you, sorry. I'll ask you, what is this about a preacher who you hang out with?
Oh, Your Honor, he's just pretending that he doesn't know him. Well, you know him, of course. Stop pretending. Okay,
And
Your
so
Honor.
explain to the court.
Yes,
He
I
knows,
will
we don't
explain.
know.
Okay.
Get us to the picture.
This
Bring
was
us
just
to
a
speed.
Jehovah Witness guy who came in for a missionary work.
Missionary.
A missionary.
No, not that.
Honor,
I mean
missionary.
How can you
evangelism
say
work.
that?
It was
Okay.
evangelism work.
See what you're
Madam
talking
Missionary.
about? Exactly.
Spare me of foolishness.
So you've not been seeing any other man apart from your husband?
No, Your
If
Honor.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
You've not been seeing anybody?
I've not been seeing anybody.
Saying.
Miss Cecilia, I still feel your husband has reasons, or there's a reason why he's questionable. He might be playing a reverse psychology, but all said, I still want you to know you are under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you know it's a crime to
Yes.
cheat, to lie in court under oath.
I'm aware of that, Your
Please
Honor.
come out clean. If you seen anybody,
Your Honor, you know, this guy, one time,
Listen the way she's talking. I'm
he
sorry,
has
Your
been
Honor.
out with other women. I said nothing.
order, hold it for me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Nancy, you don't have to be sorry. Please step down. I'm done with you. You interrupting me.
Step back, just step back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you for going. You're wasting our time. Your Honor,
Order.
as I was, okay. As I was saying, there was just one cut time. Yet here he's, look at yourself, stop pretending.
Order, please. I didn't tell you
Okay,
to
he's
attack
just
him.
acting as if I've killed someone.
Order, Cecilia. I didn't ask you to attack him.
Thank you for protecting me, Your Honor.
My question to you was, you are under oath. Have you been seeing any other person whatsoever?
Okay, Your Honor, it was just a one-time thing with this church.
You hear, Your Honor? Come on, raise your voice, raise your voice. Why you?
But you've been there with the other ladies. I've talked nothing.
Please. So
It's just
you've
once.
confirmed you've seen somebody else.
Only one.
Doesn't matter, but you saw somebody?
Just only once, Your Honor.
One of the said missionary people?
He was here for work.
Okay. But you gave him too much work.
He only did his evangelism, nothing else.
Mr. Mwanzo, all I see is a lonely lady who sought some happiness from another man because his husband was never there. Oh, it's okay. Question, Mr. Mwanzo. What do you do if you realize that Felix is not your son?
I really don't know, Your Honor. I really don't know. Can't tell you.
What about if he turns to be your son?
I guess I'll start by asking for forgiveness from Felix. And then I'll let everything fall in place as
Why not forgiveness from me?
time goes by.
Well, Mr. Mwanzo,
Yes, Your Honor.
a relief for you. Maybe you should start with apologizing to her.
What do you mean, Your Honor?
Felix is your biological child. It is, that's a government.
Speak as usual.
What's a government doctor who did the DNA? I don't know him. She doesn't know him. You said the other one you suspected they knew each other.
I really don't know what to say, Your Honor.
That you should explain to your son and your wife, to your family. It's pathetic, and I feel sorry for them. I see your wife has gone through a lot because of you. You've been so unkind to her.
True, Your Honor.
She's been patient and so tolerant.
True, Your Honor.
We should be talking, facing her. You give her the face, not me. It's her that you owe an apology. But
So you can even look at me.
Mr. Mwanzo, you don't
Yes, Your
even
Honor.
you don't sound any sorry. Action speaks louder, and your actions don't depict a person who is really sorry. You're not appreciative of what your wife is. You've been attacking her, talking of her infidelity, whereas you know what you did. And you know, when you're told to man up, you know what you got up and what you did. When you're told to man up, you're not told to be a beast of a being who goes around breeding. But, said and done, Miss Cecilia,
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
filed for divorce and you said you want 50% of the property that you owe you and your husband.
Yes, I want the 50-50 split to continue.
Do you guys have joint ownership of any property?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what do you have? What exactly do you have?
Okay, the first, we have a restaurant, and then we have 844,000 Kenya shillings in our joint bank account.
Okay. Yes, do you have documents that
Yes,
satisfies
sure, I have
this?
the receipt from the bank.
Okay. What about, okay. What about the certificate, the title deed to some property, some logbooks?
Yes, Your Honor, he has
Some
everything.
lease for the restaurant so you spoke of. I had you say, Mr. Mwanzo,
Yes, Your Honor.
any documents coming forth?
Of course, Your Honor.
Make sure they are all. I know you very well.
Here you go, Your Honor.
Okay. You didn't bring the logbooks, but it's written here. You have 2 matatus, and you have a piece of acre of land.
He wants to get everything for himself.
Order, please.
Stingy man.
Order, order.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you be quiet?
Okay. So there's 4 acres of land in Voi.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it your ancestral land or you bought the land together?
Speak.
We bought the land together.
Okay. So, yes. And there's 2 matatus.
I bought them. They're mine, Your Honor. I bought them.
Photocopies of the logbook show that one
Your
is in
Honor,
her
one
name
is
and
mine.
one is in her name.
I wrote her name.
That's it.
Stop
That's
lying.
it. You bequeathed her that. Okay. And there's a restaurant here you mentioned. There's a restaurant. There's a bank slip here. Okay. 844,000. That's good enough. Okay. You mentioned a restaurant. How much is the restaurant making? How
Okay.
much is it worthy?
Okay, for example, if it's on a normal day, we can get 20,000 from the restaurant.
That's on a good day.
Yeah.
So plus or minus on average, we are looking at, we give it 15 or 10, I don't know, it's a restaurant.
Okay, the lowest we've ever gone is 10,000.
So we have 15 or 20 on a good day,
Yeah.
and 10 on a low day. Give it an
Yes.
average, 15.
15.
Okay, that makes it how much per month? You work through the month or you close on Sundays?
Okay, now on Sunday, it depends with the weather and everything, and how maybe once in a while it becomes the man he is, so we might close. But on good normal month, work throughout the month.
Throughout the month.
Yes.
Okay. That is 450. So, on the property that you share, I think the 4 acres in Voi should be shared equally.
Yes, Your Honor.
2 acres for you and 2 acres for you. The title deed, you keep the one your name appears. That is the logbook to the matatus. You keep the name that appears. The money will be shared equally. And the restaurant, you'll be sharing the profit equally after you've done all your overheads and maintenance and running. So you'll be sharing in understanding. Anything else? What have I left out?
Your Honor, there's something I want to say.
Yes, speak.
The 4-acre plot, I intend her to keep it.
Really?
Because
Are you
like-
sure, Mr. Mwanzo? Did I just hear you right?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you just say? Repeat for me.
The 4-acre plot land, I intend her to keep it because for her to have the full ownership, because I intend to grow older with her, Your Honor.
Somebody's manning up.
At the wrong time, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, on the bank account, I've decided to split it, to divide it with my second wife, Nafula, and the rest I will share with my other baby mama.
That's a lie.
Order, he's speaking his word. Let's take it from him.
We kept the money inside together.
Yes, I've already read out that one. You're getting your half of 422.
221.
Excuse me. Simple arithmetic. You said it was a 844?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Divided by 2?
422.
You get your share of 422.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think he's explaining of what he'll do with his money.
My other parts. Like I said, Your Honor, Cecilia, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Give me this one chance.
No.
Come on. You cannot do this to me. I'm asking for forgiveness. Kindly, forgive me.
Order, order. I think that part of the quoting will come later when you're not in court. However, before I make my ruling, I see you guys, I always try to give a couple a chance to make things work. You guys have invested 15 years of your life together, and I'm not saying that I want this to work. It's none of my business. You get here because the push has come to shove. But I believe when you walked down the aisle or when you married each other, you made promises, and I believed your dreams were to get all together, whereby your grandchildren or your children can come to their parents in one park, not from one place to another. Mr. Mwanzo, I know you've been enjoying it going one place to another, but I don't think.
As usual.
However, let me finish. Okay? However, I've decided to split this property, so you may have your property, you may have a piece of the property that if you wish to share it among your children, there won't be any disputes, neither disturbance from any other as they claim to be shareholders.
Okay,
that will be yours and yours in sovereign. Okay? And I wouldn't like any other woman who didn't work for it, like the said baby mamas and the second wives, to claim anything. So that is like yours. You can inherit your children. You can inherit that to your children at will. What do you say to that, Miss Cecilia?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're happy with that?
I'm very much happy.
What do you say to that, Mr. Mwanzo?
I'm okay with that, Your Honor, as long as we still make it out with my wife. And I promise to resign from my truck driving job so that at least I can spend some time with her, just like the way we used to.
Your
like
Honor.
Bonnie and Clyde. You know, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before I filed this case, I had made up my mind. He speaks this way all through. It's the same thing. I need to live my old age life in peace. No dramas.
So you're sure you don't want this to work?
Yes, I'm sure.
But
Your
if I would step in for him, and I'm not taking his side, and it's not my interest, you've invested 15 years of your life in being with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's here in a court of law, under oath, trying to ask for a chance. I don't know whether you want to give it a go. He's already shown a bit of consideration, but it's for you to decide. What's your take to that?
Under one condition, we go for the test.
Whatever condition, I will do it, Your Honor. Driving test or which test? Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
Do you
Order.
think even at once?
Order.
Sorry, Cici.
Mr. Danger, we don't know what you would have picked outside there, and we're just thinking of the 9 whereby you've left seats. We don't know where else
Or even there are others.
We don't know where else you shot some blanks, so please. I also advise for the test, it will be advisable.
Definitely,
So-
we will do so, Your Honor.
You'll do so.
Yeah.
Cecilia, anything else?
All I'm saying is the test because I want to be sure. A lot has happened, very much. As you speak, Your Honor, I don't know where he was. A lot has happened. I need to be sure of that.
Well, Cecilia, you'll catch up with your husband at the said time. You've agreed to be with him, to give him a chance. you've agreed, if I should put it this way, to give these 15-year investment a breath of life again.
Okay.
And I think it's worth it. It would be sad to see somebody like Cecilia, who is invested all this time of 15 years, just letting go to waste. It's not fair. And as I heard you say, you're going to be taking care of your baby mamas. It would be very unfair that they come and enjoy what Cecilia of fruits.
But they
Cecilia
should never
really
step in our house.
Cecilia.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Order, please. Oh, Cecilia, when I speak, can I have my moment?
Okay, Your Honor.
So, it said, Mr. Mwanzo,
Yes, Your Honor.
Dixon Mwanzo.
Yes, Your Honor.
It said, oh, it's good for you. You're good steering, you're good steering trucks. But you failed steering other things. And I think you dearly need her in life to give you direction, right? So I think we're good with this court, right? Cecilia, are you comfortable? Are you okay? Make a decision, Cecilia. I need to close up this. You don't have the whole, I don't have the whole day here. What's your decision? Are you giving me a chance or not? Should I call for the divorce? Should I settle the divorce?
Your Honor, before we came here, he had refused to take the test.
He's accepted to do it now.
I will do it, Cecilia. I will do
These
it.
are just words.
No, I will do it. I promise. I'll change.
How many
He said
times?
it. He said it. I think my advice is take advantage of our marriage counselor and guidance. I think we can still salvage this relation.
Thank you, Honor.
It's worth it. You have 3 children together. It's worth it. And I wish to point out to everybody else who might hear me, when we have sisters and sisters-in-law, we don't use them for spies. We use them for purpose. Please don't pull a face in this court.
Sorry, Your Honor.
We don't put them for negative purposes, spying and spoiling, breaking your family, okay? We put them for purposes of support. Your wife got lonely when you were away. Your sister should have been there for her in support as a family. If they need anything, company, emotion, I don't know, emotional, I don't know, but not as a spy, to watch which border rides towards where. Mr. Mwanzo, and to all men, seed planting is not the way to man up. It's ugly when you have children there and you're not responsible. You've even got to the extent of forgetting names, saying that they didn't have a phone. Marrying kids of your who are supposed to be your age. It's none of my business. I don't step there, but I wonder what example you're giving to your own children. Or when they see daddy bringing their playmates in as a wife. Cecilia, I don't know you, but I commend you as a good woman for holding it until your kids were in a position to understand. If you want, the kids can as well get counseling services. And I think my job is done here for the day. Any question?
No, Your Honor.
Nancy? Oh, no, Cecilia, sorry.
No, Your Honor, I'm okay.
You're good?
Yes.
Good. Court is adjourned.
All rise. Oh, well, all of you can now leave the court. Thank you so much. Oh, I think that one will be outside the court. No. Okay, the court's adjourned as you've been told.
Thank you.